Runners walking forward. Racing in the Irish Stallion Farms EBF Maiden Hurdle Race over 2 miles 6 furlongs, where Arctic Chief goes straight into the lead with the Flying King slotting in second. And this one's being followed just outside by Some Song. Further back to Kazansky, who's next. Just outside this one is Mount Mandela. Tucked away on the inside is Duke Hill. Early back marker lighter up as they make their way on the approach towards flight number 1. Of the 11 and all, they'll jump, and it's going to be Arctic Chief who rises with the advantage too on the inside. A little slow in front. The Flying King has come through to take a share of the lead, and Some Song has almost done the same. But it is now the Flying King racing alongside Arctic Chief. Some Song close 3. Mount Mandela's towards the outside of Kazansky. Next up behind these is Duke Hill, who's towards the back of the field alongside Lighter Up. On their way towards the turn now at the top of the straight, where they will turn down the hill over flights 2, 3 and 4, and it is Arctic Chief and Cara Monaghan towards the outside of the grey. The Flying King and Jack Kennedy sent off short price favourite here. Some Song and Darragh in the light blue on the outside 3, Kazansky and Sam Ewing down the inner, and this 4 are being followed by Mount Mandela, the mount of Sean Flanagan. Second of the 2 greys is Duke Hill, that's Jordan Gainford, and last of all is Lighter Up and Owen Finnegan. Racing now towards flight number 2 at the top of the track before they descend down the hill. Arctic Chief and the Flying King. Some Song is third, being followed back and forth by Kazansky. Next up behind this one goes Mount Mandela. Duke Hill is next in the field. Last of all, Lighter Up as they continue now on the descent down towards the 2 flights to bring them up to past the stands. Flights 3 and 4, Arctic Chief shows the way to the Flying King towards the inside. Some Song is a little wider out in the course, and just tucked away in behind the leading 3 is Kazansky. Mount Mandela and Duke Hill are next, and Lighter Up is last of all. Coming to the first of the 2 to bring them up to past the stands. Flying King far side, Arctic Chief the centre. Flying King was slightly quicker through the air there. Arctic Chief the near side. Some Song wider again. Kazansky and Mount Mandela next, and then Duke Hill and Lighter Up. This will be their last flight next time around. Arctic Chief and the Flying King have been keeping company. Lighter Up wasn't foot perfect there as they race up to past the stands and head right-handed now, bringing them on away from the stands towards flight number 5. The next one they'll meet is the Flying King on the inside of Arctic Chief. Some Song and Kazansky making racecourse debuts here are next on the back of point-to-point wins last time. Mount Mandela's just in behind them, and they're followed by Duke Hill. Another one making a racecourse debut here, and Lighter Up is last of all. But it is the point and bumper winner, the Flying King, who's going to lead them out over this one. Lands with a length and a half of advantage to Some Song on the outside of Arctic Chief. Kazansky is next. This group followed by Mount Mandela. Further back to Duke Hill, and last of all is Lighter Up. They race now towards the turn that's going to bring them on along the back straight and on towards flight 6, 7 and 8. The Flying King, Some Song, they're the leading pair, being followed back in third by Kazansky, who's come through to join Arctic Chief for that spot. Mount Mandela's next, and they're being followed at the back of the field by Duke Hill and Lighter Up. Along the back straight they go, and the Flying King just presses on a length and a half or so. Some Song right in the slipstream, and they're being chased back in third by Kazansky. Mistake there, Duke Hill at that one as they continue over the far side. The Flying King, Some Song, Jack Kennedy's Darragh, Kazansky and Sam Ewing third. The 1, 2, 3 followed by Mount Mandela up on the outside. On the inner, Arctic Chief, just behind these Duke Hill, and last of all is Lighter Up as they continue on now towards the middle flight along the back straight. The Flying King on the inside. Some Song trying to close the gap just behind them as they come out over this one is Kazansky, and they're followed by Arctic Chief and Mount Mandela. Duke Hill is next, and a couple of lengths break back to the back marker, which is Lighter Up. They've passed the departure point and they're heading on towards the flight out of view, which is 4 flights from the finish in the Irish Stallion Farms EBF Maiden Hurdle, the Flying King and Some Song. 2, 3 lengths back to Kazansky, Arctic Chief and Mount Mandela, then Duke Hill, and this one's followed by Lighter Up as they go to rise now. On their way towards the 4th flight from home, the Flying King with Some Song for company. They take it together. Back in third spot, Kazansky is just 2 to 3 lengths behind them. A similar break back to Mount Mandela, who's next, and they're chased by Arctic Chief, Duke Hill, Lighter Up. On the run now towards the rise, that'll bring them towards the top of the track. Then they'll descend down over the final 3, and it's the Flying King, the grey on the inside, who leads just from Some Song on the outer. Just behind them, Kazansky. Mount Mandela tries to go with the leading trio, and they've just got away from Duke Hill, Arctic Chief and Lighter Up. Heading now towards the top turn, and shortly beginning to turn down the hill towards the third last flight, and it's the Flying King with Some Song still right on terms on the outside, and Kazansky right there behind them. This trio just forging a gap back to the fourth running Mount Mandela and Duke Hill at the top of the track. The Flying King over from Some Song and Kazansky. They've drawn away now from Mount Mandela and Duke Hill as they come down the hill, making their way on towards the second last. The Flying King, Kazansky's trying to challenge in the centre. Some Song has now asked for effort on the outside as they race towards the elbow and head towards the second last. The Flying King with Kazansky just outside, being chased just in behind by Some Song, who's dropped off them now. And the Flying King has on the outside stable companion Kazansky to challenge at the second last. They take it together. The Flying King now is asked to quicken up. Kazansky's under the pressure as well. They've gone well clear from Some Song. One flight left to jump. The Flying King just steps at it in front and crashes out. And Kazansky is almost gone. Kazansky's taken down as well. And Some Song is gifted the race in the opener here as they race up towards the line. Some Song and Darragh O'Keefe is handed this one and takes it for Henry de Bromhead and Mike Roden. It is Some Song who wins. Back in second will be Duke Hill, and they'll be chased home by Mount Mandela. The remounted Kazansky went by there as well, and they were chased home by lighter up Arctic Chief. Pulled up.
Well, we've had a dramatic start to this two-day fixture at Down Royal, with the favourite, the Flying King, falling at the last in the opener, bringing down Kazansky, a stablemate, and presenting the prize to Some Song, trained by this man, Henry de Bromhead. Henry, congratulations. Remarkable stuff. I mean, could you quite believe what you were watching there at the last?
Not really, no. To be honest, I turned away, actually, and then I just happened to heard the commentary, and yeah, look, our lad had got a bit tired after the third last. He'd run a lovely race till then, and Darragh said they'd just quickened away from him. And yeah, he was just staying on then, and obviously that happened. And yeah, look, you need luck, and it's Mike Roden's first runner, so delighted for him. He's slightly shocked, I'd say, but look, yeah, you know, you need luck as well, so great.
A point-to-point winner, this fella, Henry, for Pierce Parr. I think he's a cousin of Robbie's, isn't he, that works for you now?
Yeah, and he came well recommended, in fairness. So, yeah, we're delighted to get him. And, yeah, look, he's a real chaser in the making. He still looked very babyish, even coming to the last. He started ducking around a bit. But, you know, it's a lovely, lucky, but nice way to start.
Coming to the last, I'm sure you were thinking about his next one in another maiden, but obviously that has to change now.
I was going to wonder exactly that, because Mike is involved up here, so the plan was to try and win a race up here someday, sometime, not literally the first day on his first runner, but I was thinking, yeah, maybe the drop back to 2.5 here for the maiden hurdle on Stephen's Day will suit, and then that happened. So look, there you go. You have to take them when you get them, and that's it. So delighted.
Sounds like he'll improve plenty anyway. Look forward to seeing how he gets on. Few runners left to come today, Henry. I guess Cocktail de Van's the most interesting. You're taking on a very good horse in Romeo Coolio, but your fella's no mug. How excited are you about unleashing him today?
Yeah, he's been schooling well at home. We're looking forward to it. Plenty of lots of ours are needing their runs, so we'll see. But he's in good form. He's working well, and you know, first run over fences, look for a clear round and see what happens after that.
You got Full of Life and Trasna na Porca as well. What are your thoughts on those two?
Yeah, I think Trasna na Porca could run well. I think the drop back and trip will suit him, and he'll like the ground, so hopefully he'll run well. And Full of Life on ratings, she's probably a little bit out of it, but funny, her last run over fences back over 2 miles was way better than anything she's shown before, so we said we'd roll the dice and see.
You mentioned there about a lot of yours needing their first run. Would Envoyelen perhaps be an exception tomorrow, because this race obviously has been very good?
Yeah, absolutely. Those big guys, you know, you only run them a certain amount of times. It's more the younger ones starting off and whatever. He's done plenty of work. He seems in great form, so we hope we have him right. Yeah.
All the enthusiasm still there at his age?
Yeah, probably not as mad as he was over the years, but definitely in good form, and yes. Seems well, you know, like all of us. He's getting a bit older, but he seems up for it, and yeah, hopefully he'll put up a good show.
It'll be great to see him tomorrow. Henry, thanks for your time. Good luck for the 2 days.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.